Welcome to the I'm Honored to Be in Lit show with Simlin.
Welcome to the I'm Honored to Be in Lit show with Simlin, and today we'll be welcoming a guest who wrote the novel Forrest Gump. Welcome, Winston. Thank you for having me. So today, tell me about the book Forrest Gump.
Well, Forrest Gump is a man who's considered an E in society, but he still ends up accomplishing more things than anybody else would do in their life.
Okay, so how would you really describe the style of the story?
The writing throughout the book shows more about how Forrest is becoming smarter. Things are very detailed when talking through Forrest, especially when Forrest sees Jenny Curran for the first time since elementary school.
Okay, so now tell me an important theme.
An important theme would be how Forrest doesn't need loyalty in a friendship when it comes to friends. You just have to give him a smile and an open ear.
Great, now let's take a look into one of the clips about the book. Welcome, Forrest, Jenny, Coach Fellers, and let's not forget about good old Winston.
As you guys know, my name is Forrest Gump, and I'm a prime example of an idiot that has talent. I started off being confused about my surroundings and being lost, but later developed into a character that could adapt and overcome.
Hello, my name is Jenny Curran, and I am a smart, outgoing person. Forrest and I had known each other for a very long time. Ever since we were kids, and since then, we have faced many problems within our relationship. We were separated many times through the book, but still managed to meet each other unexpectedly. Hey, I'm Dan. I was introduced to Forrest when he was about to go back home. I believe I'm a very smart man and know a lot about literature. Forrest and I become very close and were separated one day, but met again in Washington after I had my legs amputated.
I'm one of Forrest's closest friends that he meets in the university. I'm also the one who got Forrest to play the harmonica. Unfortunately, we separated after the university, but later we were reunited during the war. And by the way, my name is Bubba.
Forrest, tell me about the story of when you met Coach Fellers.
Sure thing. Well, kind of long story. What all happened next, but anyway, I began to play football. Coach Fellers and one of the goons helped me out, especially since I didn't even know how to play. We had this thing where you're supposed to block people, and then they were trying to explain it all. But when we tried it a bunch of times, everybody seemed to be getting disgusted because I couldn't remember what I was supposed to do. It was just when I joined high school.
You idiot! Oh no, there's Coach Fellers!
Wow, you're a fast as a torpedo.
Yup, I only run fast when I'm chased.
Okay, whatever. Here, take these plays and remember them. We have practice tomorrow.
Wait, all three of them? Why this many each? So yeah, I accidentally got on the football team and I didn't even know how to play. Honestly, I don't know what those plays meant or even the rules, so I just ran when people started chasing me.
You stupid moron!
Hey, no one calls me stupid! That's when I realized that I was really big and I couldn't hurt people anymore. So that night when I was sleeping, my mom got a call from the boy that I beat up the other day, and she was pretty mad.
Hello?
Yes, is this Mrs. Gump?
Yes.
I heard that your son punched my son in the face the other day, and I want to have you know that your son can get locked up for a long time for that.
I'm so sorry. I will tell him not to do that again.
And better not.
Okay. Hey, so Forrest, tell me more about yourself. Like, how do you examine yourself analytically?
Well, I would say that since the story is written in my own point of view, I guess I would be a protagonist, not an antagonist. But the bullies and the rest of society that chase me around would be considered the antagonist, I guess. I have a lot of man versus self conflict since my inner hesitance creates a barrier for the good parts to grow. My mama uplifts me and gives me energy to follow my passion. I am also considered the moral compass in the corrupt world of that time. And yes, I don't understand racism, sexual violence, and moral questionable wars, but I try to let my confusion get in front doing what I think is downright just, whether it could be rescuing my fellow soldiers that were in the war, or me handing a dropped book bag to a girl. But also, since it's my point of view, I guess you'll be on the side for at least most of the time.
Well, that's a lot of good info about you.
Anyway, I've got a few more things to say.
Okay, go ahead.
And you know that I am considered an idiot all throughout this book, so it seems like I'm mentally lost in reality. I'm also physically capable of anything. I say even more when it calls another idiot and retard. You shouldn't listen to him. I just try to ignore and prove the differently, and to be honest, sarcasm and irony are not my thing. So I guess I'm an idiot in that way. Since also I was placed in special school, but am one of the brightest. To tell the truth, I'm a very fast learner, and as a matter of fact, but not in my school subjects. I learned how to play the harmonica and play chess pretty well, and I got to go to the ping pong championships. Also, one random fact is that I have one love, Jenny Curran.
Is there more?
Oh yes, there is. I am a round character, and the characters around me are developed because of me. While I was learning the realities of life, I noticed what events that are taking place and grow from it at the same time. My colleagues learned from me, and I was the reason why they developed more.
Well, that's interesting. Now tell me more about your mama.
First I gotta say is that I am thankful for Mama, since she has been on my side, but sometimes it seems she gives a lot of sympathy since it's overdone. She does whatever it takes to give me a normal life. She stocks me full of short phrases that help me make sense of complicated life issues. She was the best mentor I ever had.
Now, Dan, tell me about you and Forrest.
Well, first off, Forrest is the most least cynical person, while I'm the exact opposite of him. As Forrest believes in being kind to people, I tend to want to blow off enemies' heads. So it would make sense why I hated Forrest so much after he refused my wish to die on the battlefield like my ancestors. Also, Forrest believes in chances, while I believe in destiny, especially on the battlefield. But eventually, you could say that I overcome my cynicism and believe in what Forrest says and does.
So it seems like one of those literary terms. What was that again?
Oh yeah, I guess we are foiled of each other.
That's amazing.
So Forrest, I have a question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Since you're the main character,
Hi, I'm Jimmy, and I'm here to talk about my shrimp company. I began this company in honor of my best friend named Above, who died in war. I run it with my current friend Nat. There are over 40 of my restaurants and markets around the world, even in places I never knew existed. I enjoy the work, getting up at dawn and going to the ponds and putting up all the nets and then harvesting the shrimp and all. And that's why you should come to my company.
When Forrest was forced into the spaceship, it effectively symbolized how he went through his life, such as obstacles whenever he landed and crashed in the spaceship.
Forrest is being forced into a spaceship journey. Forrest's journey. Forrest faces many obstacles such as underestimation from society.
The narrative story, you would have to symbolize something as well. So what that exactly be?
Well, people tell me that I'm quite innocent, and I'm really not sure why. And people tell me that I don't know anything. Well, I guess that makes me that.
Okay. Now, what are your shrimp businesses? Now tell me about your shrimp businesses. So what are they exactly? What is that?
Well, I would say that me working that ship is maybe the happiest man alive, but it really represents the normal working class of this day, which is all I wanted. But some say that it's just some American dreams perhaps. And me and Bubba buying that boat made me think of George and Lenny from Ice and them.
Okay. I heard that you were basically a legend in the ping pong world, especially since you competed internationally in China. Now tell me more about that.
I guess that's what taught me to become determined or even showed my determination in the first place. I ended up being a professional at what I have super good skills at, and I guess my skills saved my entire life, my life entirely, since the fact that it led me out of the Vietnam War and the hospital. That's it.
So Forrest, what do you think makes you uniquely you?
Well, I guess my skills. I like ping pong, running, my kind nature, hardworking, and never giving up always got me somewhere.
Okay. And what do you say about your pal Lieutenant Dan? Who takes care of your shore businesses, and what would you say about his involvement?
Well, first, he's one heck of a man, and he really brought out the hope and determination in my life, though it doesn't seem like it.
Thank you, Forrest.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome back. So I have a question for you. So instead, what do you say about the setting of Forrest Gump?
Well, to start off, Forrest's book takes place throughout the 1960s and 1970s. During this time, I would say it was a magical door to revealing the real life of Americans of that time, like living the American dream. All I could say is that we was losing some downright innocence.
Now, what is the message that you wanted to get to the readers from this wonderful book?
Well, I say that we must all pay for the mistakes of our past, and that the terrifying payment of those mistakes come at a price that is both unknown and terrifying.
Okay, now tell me why you have put a few scenes of Bubba and Forrest together.
Well, the reason I put Bubba and Forrest together because they're best friends in the book, and because it really reflects of my relationship with my best friend in the older days. It was a promising relationship.
What do you think this novel is similar to, or what other book is it similar to?
Well, based on other books of today, I would say the book Braveheart was pretty similar to Forrest Gump.
Okay, and why is that?
Well, they're both romantic. Both of the main characters started from a poor life, like Forrest's mother and Jenny were the closest to them when he was little. Then in Braveheart, the main character is a farmer by birth. At the end, you could say both of the characters have uplifts and underestimations of society and what they can do and achieve.
There's a piece from it.
Now, Forrest, I have a question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Based on some of the things you refer to, you seem like you have a lot of general knowledge, unlike what others, including the readers, would think of you. So, do you think that's true?
Yes, I suppose that's about true, because me telling me that all day and night, I've born a dumb old idiot.
Right. And you remember all that from school?
Yes, I guess it just locked up in there somewhere right here. But I never know that I have light bulbs.
Yeah, I wish that some of those light bulbs can be seen by others sometimes while reading this book. But anyways, I guess your diction improves as well in helping the reader to understand that your brain is developing, but it's just the characters don't really recognize it necessarily.
Yeah, right.
Now, a question for you, Dan.
Alright, go ahead.
From the time you met Forrest at the beginning till now, your philosophical thinking has changed.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And you notice that that from listening to your theories, your buddy Forrest himself started having some theories as well. So what would you say that he would propose?
Well, Buddy's don't know in Forrest for some long time. I would like, first of all, say that he is some heck of a man. He surprises me each day with what he could do. Well, I also guess that he presupposed that there is really no higher purpose to be found or known in life, including God, opposite of what I would think. Therefore, he says that we must make our own destinies and meaningfulness that by embracing its life itself. Surely that's what I have been struggling with my whole life. Also, life should then be merely experienced to find its meaning.
That's a great message. Thanks, Dan.
And thank you, Simlin.
Okay, now I have some questions about you, Jenny. So tell me about the time when you were with Forrest in Savannah, Georgia.
That's the last time I met up with Forrest in the book, and the first time and last time. He met my little Forrest, and now we both are separated, as you know. I feel bad for both of them, since I want to have a good life for both my family, Little Forrest, and my past love. So I thought it would be better if both were separated from one another.
And why is that?
Well, I'm married already, even though the child also belongs to Forrest. But for Little Forrest to have a better life, I need to separate him and Forrest. It would also be, awkward for Little Forrest. Especially in school, others will bully him, probably due to his biological father's social awkwardness.
Yes, I agree. It would be better for both of them to live without me.
Well, hopefully Little Forrest visits you one day.
Yeah, hopefully.
Now tell me why you ran away quite frequently.
I usually run away because I run away from my problems, such as wrestling, bullies, etc., in the early stages of my life. But at the end of my life, I decided to stop running and confronting my problems, like having a relationship with Jenny.
I see. So now you've become like a big, confident man.
Yes, I guess it's all good now.
There's also something about another one of your those character traits improving, like from those ping pong days.
Yeah, back then I was pretty low in terms of my good character, but after I continued practicing ping pong at the Army Hospital after the Vietnam War, which I eventually became really good at. And they asked me to join All-American Ping Pong team to compete in China. So I guess that's really what showed my skills and determination out there.
Oh yeah, that definitely did.
Yeah.
And that was some great honor, I bet.
Yeah, it was.
But how was your reaction with meeting Little Forrest?
It was a hell of an experience.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was mildly surprised when I saw my son.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm proud to say that my son is smart and a young lad. He's doing way better than I was back then when I was young. But yes, I'm surprised.
Okay, thank you, Forrest, and everyone else who joined.
Thank you for tuning in to the I'm Honored to Be in Lit show with Simlin. Next week's episode is on The Catcher in the Rye. Thank you and have a great night.